Alright guys, it's Reveiw here with another video game critique. I decided to take a step away from Resident Evil, and I decided to do a new game from Tripwire Interactive? Tripwire? It's by a company named Tripwire. You can get it on Steam for about 20 bucks, or you can go to your Best Buy, I almost said Circuit City, but they're not around anymore. You can buy it probably at your local Walmart, Best Buy, Radio Shack, wherever video games are sold. This game is for the PC, and I'm not a very big PC gamer, but I say this is a very good first-person shooter. It's called Killing Floor. Now, you're probably going, oh, I've heard about this, or what the hell, Killing Floor? But I'm going to sit here and explain it to you. Killing Floor is based in London, and what you do is, it's kind of like Left 4 Dead. Well, no, not Left 4 Dead. Scratch that. Ignore I even said that. I like Left 4 Dead, but it's nowhere near Left 4 Dead. Take Firefight mode from Halo, ODST, and Horde mode from Gears 2, and you pretty much got it. It's essentially that. You sit there and waves of enemies come, and then after the waves of enemies are done, you fight the main boss, and you move on to the next map. Basically, the enemies are varied. I don't remember their names exactly because there's a good variety of them, and when you're in close quarter combat, you're like, oh shit, just shoot that thing. I do recommend it's a good buy, but whenever you play, there's a set of classes you can pick. You don't have to necessarily follow the rules for that class, but whatever you do in the game helps level that specific class. Like, whenever I play with my friends, I am the Demolitions, which means the way I level up is I have to deal a certain amount of damage with explosives. Commando, and I should have mentioned this before I move on to Commando, but, well, I should have mentioned this before I even started explaining about classes. Each class comes with its own special little ability, like some % off weapons of this kind, you get immunity to this thing, you can see this enemy's amount of health, you can see invisible enemies from certain distances, and it goes by levels. It says, I think 5 is like kind of like the max, but then from what I've heard, you can go golden, and you get the same. You get your little symbol, like your like I said, I'm Demolitions. I get my little and my logo's a little strap of TNT. It's like 3 sticks of dynamite with a fuse. That gets turned golden. That means I went over level 5, and I'm like around level 8 or something. Because I think the golden levels kick in around level 6. But the game tells you get the level 5, but you can probably get higher than that. But if you get higher than that, you just basically get a gold symbol and a bunch of discounts. Discounts, abilities, perks, whatever. But essentially, I think if you max out all your classes, essentially all of them just give you the same thing, because it's like, oh, well, you maxed out all your things, here's a master thing. You click on that, oh, but by the way, it goes back to the first level everything, so you have to do like all your probably challenges all over again. I'm just saying, but if there was a thing like that, it would probably be like that, like, oh, you mastered all this, guess what, you gotta do it all over again, but you can use all of them in one perk. I would like that. And Killing Floor has, I can't remember the exact number of classes, but after I probably tally all of them off, you'll know. You have Medic, which basically it's simple. You get a gun, and you get to heal people. You got Special Ops, I think it's called Special Ops, or Special Enforcement. You get everyone gets a welder, but your specific job to level up is weld doors shut for barricades, and hold a shotty and sit in front of that door. As soon as the door flies open, just pump shotties everywhere, shut the door, re-weld it. Demolitions is mine. You get to blow shit up. Commando. He is basically the one that says you give him the assault rifle. He can see invisible enemies from set amount of distance after you level them up. Level 0, it's like 4 meters. Level 1, it's like 8 meters. it's just the further you level up, the more visibility you can see the invisible enemy and your health, and you can see the health with the commando. But it's only for a set amount of distances, because you don't get your ability to see the enemy until you're level 1. But when you're level 1, sure, you get the ability to see the invisible enemies. You're able to see all the enemies' health bar, but only from 4 meters away. Granted, it's based in London, so they're on the metric measuring system, not the American whatever unit system. I don't know. Back in the 70s, Americans were supposed to be learning the metric system, so therefore we would all know the same amount of everything. There wouldn't be any conversions we would have to do, but due to us being lazy, keeping our own system, but now we have to do configurations to find out what the fuck's what. What else is there? There is demolitions, spec, medic, sharpshooter. You don't get any sniper rifles, but your sharpshooter class is basically based on lever action rifle, crossbow with a scope, and pistols. I know Berserker. It's melee weapons. Basically, you just grab a chainsaw, a katana, a machete, axe. You get them all at the weapons vendor. I'll explain the weapons vendor after this. And the firebug. Basically, you go buy a flamethrower, burn stuff. Yay. So, commando, firebug, berserker, medic, spec, demolitions. So about around 6 classes to choose from. Well, 6 perks to choose from, but you basically be anything you damn well want to be, but depends how much you want to use one or the other. And the key target, no, not the key target, but the key person through this whole thing is the merchant. Not the Resident Evil 4 stranger merchant. That was a very poor impression, but you get the point. If you play Resident Evil 4, you just love the stranger because he comes up and you're like, yay, I can upgrade stuff. Unless you already beat it, the game, you can just like, you shoot him and you hear, bah! But then, yeah, the merchant, she sells you everything you'll need. What I normally do for demolitions, just in case for anyone who plays it or just wants to try something new, I you always get your combat knife. I take that, I leave that. I leave my 9mm pistol the same because I don't touch it. I grab an AK-47 as my secondary heavy weapon, and I grab a M29 grenade launcher as my primary because demolitions gotta use grenades, explosives. And I grab pipe bombs. And due to my level, I set 3. And the best map to be demolitions on is the Bionic Slab. Because right when you spawn that little elevator, in that little, there's a cross hallway and there's an elevator. It's basically, if you stand that next to that broken elevator, all enemies swarm to you through 3 hallways. And you got 3 pipe bombs, so you set them all in each hallway that leads there. They all come that way. They all activate the pipe bomb at some point. I don't know if there's a special way to activate it or not. You have to learn the full controls. And basically you get a lot of explosive damage that way. Commando, all you gotta do is kill the invisible enemies with a machine gun. And, well, a machine gun, I mean assault rifle. And you just do a lot of damage with the assault rifle. It's basically an easy shoot 'em up game. Highly replay value, especially online, but if you're by yourself and you want to challenge yourself, do it. Beginner is basically normal. Beginner is basically that. Normal is normal. Then there's hard. Then there's suicidal, which is basically the hardest difficulty you could possibly be on. But Killing Floor by Tripwire Interactive. I don't have the case in front of me, so I don't know the exact name, but I know it's Tripwire something. Yeah, it's on Steam for $20. If you have a Steam account, I suggest you download it, play it. High replay value, great for you and 5 other buddies to get on. So yeah, if you want to check out a good zombie killing game, Killing Floor, and enjoy the zombie killing games now because zombies are the biggest trend for right now in games, and pretty soon they'll be gone. So if you want a good, enjoyable game, enjoy it. This has been my critique 10 minutes on Killing Floor, and I hope you guys go out and buy it and enjoy it, and I'll have a new game to review for you tomorrow.